Hello, my name is Peter Kendall. I'm with Elliott Wave International. We're very excited to be here today because we're actually at the location where the Elliott Wave principle was initially hammered out by R.N. Elliott. He had offices down here in the 1930s, and as well as he then moved to the other side of Wall Street. So we're happy to be back here. It's been a long full circle. The principle has been fully developed over the last 80 years or so. And right now, one of the things we're excited about is a new relationship with ChineseInvestors.com. It is our first relationship with a Chinese-based company. We'll hope we'll be seeing more of you.
Elliott Wave 的一个核心概念，也是这个观光团的一个讲解重点呢，就是 socioeconomic。这个词呢，是发源于 Elliott Wave 经济学理论的一个专有名词。在这个理论体系中呢，专家们发现了很多有趣的能够体现社会情绪的这些指标，比如说呀，这个女性裙子的长短、颜色，包括呢建造摩天大楼的时机，都可以体现社会情绪的乐观或是悲观。去研究1000位女性在50年之内的裙子颜色的变化呢，就能反映出社会上的情绪的一个变化。那这个社会情绪呢，很大程度上是受到经济因素的影响。经济好，大家有钱了，社会情绪自然乐观了。同时呢，人们的情绪也可以反过来影响经济的走势。那由 Elliott Wave International 组织的这个一日观光团呢，就是围绕一个理论体系中的一个重要的社会指标——建造摩天大楼的时机来展开的。在短短的6到7个小时之间 ，socioeconomic 理论研究专家 Pete Kendall 带着10位团员参观游览的华尔街附近最能解释 socioeconomic 理论的多个地标性建筑。
Hi Peter, good to have you with us again. So I wanted to know what inspired you to host this tour?
Well, actually, it relates to when I was here visiting once with my daughter, and we had a occasion where we brought her class to Wall Street, and we were in the building over here, which is the Federal Hall, and I realized it had been affected by 9/11, and that that was what we call a bear market, and it was a bear market event that had repercussions that stretched all over town, obviously, but it physically affected this building, which is a historic bull market structure. So I thought it was really interesting, and I really kind of sometimes I would go back home. I made many trips to New York, and I would go back home, and I would say, well, when I come, I always think, well, we should really do a walking tour because there's so many ways to show the bull and bear markets that we should just do that because it's easy to do, and it just took us a long time to get here. That was about 10 years ago, but finally we're doing it. The Elliott Wave principle is an approach to the stock market. It's a technical approach. We deal with stock prices strictly. But once you start doing that and you break it down and you find out where all the bull and bear markets are, you find that their effects of those markets are literally in the brick and mortar of the town.
Okay, yeah, I find these words very interesting. Can you maybe explain it to our audience?
There's different. The market proceeds in waves. It's a 5-wave sequence that begins with a bull market followed by a bear market, and then usually an even bigger bull market phase followed by another bear phase, and then finally in the end a blow-off euphoria final wave at which you get the most excitement. You get things like the New York Stock Exchange being built originally in a bull market, as an example.
Right. So since the stock market is very volatile right now, which wave are we in?
Oh, well, we've been in a bear market, actually, but we were in a very big rally within that bull market. So when we went into, actually 2007 was an example of a bull phase that ended, and then into 2008 we got the bear phase. Now, off of that low, that was March of 2009, we got a rally that was, one of the biggest in history, but still a rally within a bear market in our view. So that's how we're breaking things down right now.
Okay, how do you forecast the market based on Elliott Wave? Which way are we going to go?
Oh, you want to know what my forecast is right now?
Yeah.
Well, I think we're in a corrective, or a bear market phase. We've just turned the corner in May in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We reached a peak, and we should be heading lower for a good period of time, actually.
Heading lower.
Heading lower, yes.
Okay. And hottest topic right now, do you think the Fed will increase the interest rate in September?
No.
No.
No, I don't think so. But to us, it doesn't matter. We don't think that the Fed can, and in fact, on our tour, we took a picture of the Fed and said, if you want to know what already happened in the market, see what the Fed is doing, because that's going to tell you about that.
Could you give us a brief introduction about yourself?
Yeah, I used to work in the financial services industry. Now I do research on how changes in our level of confidence change the decisions that we make.
Why do you attend today's tour?
The tour today was important to me because I think that architecture is a very significant indicator of our level of confidence. And so to be able to walk through Wall Street in Lower Manhattan, it gives you a real sense of how building design and architecture ties to major peaks and bottoms in confidence.
What do you think about recent volatility in the stock market?
Well, I think that what you have experienced is a major decline in confidence, and with that decline comes both volatility and falling markets. And you've certainly seen that with the Chinese stock market, where you had an enormous influx of retail investors into the market in the last couple of years. And retail investors are notorious for being the last ones into a market. And so with the decline, that's typically what you would expect to see after a huge influx of retail investors.
Okay. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Why do you think it's the right time right now to have the tour?
I think it's a really interesting time because in the view of Elliott Wave, we're on the cusp of a bear market. So I think it's a time of fluctuation, and it's very exciting, and especially to walk through the city and see the history of the architecture and the heights of the buildings and how it corresponds with the market.
Hey Dina, I know this tour named Socionomics Working. What do you think about it? What's that mean?
Well, socionomics really studies the relationship between social mood and crowd mentality and markets. So it's how social mood influences the market.
Okay.
All investors should be very wary at this moment. I think Elliott Wave predicts that we're definitely heading into a bear market. So they would say be very, very cautious at this time.
Okay, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.